All right, welcome everyone to Speedgaming Live 2024. This is the Zelda 1 Randomizer edition of Speedgaming. I am Crimson Avix, joined alongside of Alsoa, and we have Malchior versus Sassagelink in our very first SGLIVE in-person race this year. So we are going to get our runners off and started very, very shortly. Alsoa, we have the same flag set that we saw in the online tournament. So what's some of the key points of this? Yeah, with it being second quest overworld, we will also have a high possibility that there is a requirement for one of our power bracelet, ladder, or recorders to be required in the seed. So we'll be looking out for those items as well as the bow and the silver arrows. Yeah, that would be an interesting flag for Fred to implement into this. So what our runners are going to be doing here is they're going to be checking some of these open caves early at start. The wood sword will probably end up in one of those, but they will also be prioritizing these Armos screens. So we're going to see them go up to what we call the Death Armos just because it is quite a nasty screen. So Malchior is heading there as Sausage will as well. But they're looking for what is one of the very free items in this seed, which, you know, could be anything from a boomerang all the way up to something like the red ring or a white sword.
But that's just a matter of personal. With the start screen, I've noticed a lot more routing in the desert. Setting out
And now, right here, you're seeing why we call it the Death Armor screen. A lot of enemies can appear there, and if you're not hitting the right Armos in the first go, you can have a lot going on.
Plus, the Armos sometimes, a lot of times, they put Pegasus boots on.
So we did see on Sassage's side there, nothing was said. It was just an Octorok staring into the abyss. That means that that is a potion shop. We'll not be able to do anything with that until we get the letter. But potions are a really good thing to have in these flags because we do have second quest enemies on. So the red bubbles are a thing.
And combine that with the money so far in the seed, likely be able to and consequently won't necessarily have to take motions at the beginning. Now, the first AKK runner's find is probably going to be a lot of times one heart container usually isn't a big deal, whereas getting that candle early can be a massive bonus. We have level 6.
Yeah, so this is on the far lower corner of the screen. This screen is, it's not a nightmare to get to, but it is a time sink to get to that level. So our runners will want to try to mitigate how many times they return to there until they get the recorder and the Triforce out of that level.
Yep.
So should be interesting to see if anything important is in there.
I'm really not expecting this is not a fun screen.
No. Looks like Malchior is just going to give up on that. Great bomb prices there, though.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Especially with the second quest money.
So Sassage getting his bombs here, it's also going to open up a lot of possibility for his routing. He can elect to still prioritize a lot of these open areas to try to find the sword, but he also has the option of progressing through Death Mountain and trying to just navigate through there. 1 second. We're going to get a pause here, and I'm going to go check on our runners. So that's with the rupees that he has, that's what you want to see if you're Sassage, because now you don't have to even forfeit one of the hearts from those take any caves.
Yep. Got a letter at the Arma's item is going to be on the east side of the this is something that you out of one of the take any caves, not even
Yeah, one of the big things about skipping the letter there is we have an option in the randomizer called select swap, where you can actually hit the select key or button on your controller, and it will cycle through your items. And if you have the letter just sitting there, it will be something that you cycle through, and it will just be an additional thing to have to go through. So a lot of runners will try to keep stuff like that out of their inventory to reduce the time to get the things that are important, like the bombs, bow and arrow, candle. No, be interesting to see how long it takes Malchior to get there, because it's always hard to route in that location as well. Now he did pass it to get to the grave, to the letter area, and it looks like he may also be oh yeah. Yeah.
Not very often.
And here is one of those take any. So Malchior is going to opt for the candle. Sassage also finding level 5 up here in Death Mountain. And an early heart.
Top of the waterfall and being asked to help the old lady take a bite out of her. Now, Malchior up out of that cave pretty quickly, and that cave likely is a door repair. And if you get up before he starts money to tab. Of course, you will be stuck going back to the start screen, but
so we do have one of the take any roads here at Vanilla Second Quest Level 3 or Vanilla First Quest Level 2. That's a great place to get an any road. Not necessarily because, you know, it's easily accessible to other areas, but it does remove that as a potential quarter spot later on.
Yep.
So we're gonna take a look at a few of our Armos areas here. Which there's only a couple of those in Hyrule.
Yeah, just a few.
Now for Malchior, it's kind of a gut check, not a horrible one, but like you just took the blue candle from the take any and then immediately get the red candle. That's typically how Zelda 1 Randomizer works. So
yes, it's often been buying the lower quality, higher quality version. We'll buy the lower one every might consider taking a long retry to get that part back. But at 10, 11 minutes in, kind of hard to justify.
right. At this point, I don't think it would be a horrible decision because there hasn't, other than exploration, there hasn't been much else found. So I wouldn't have faulted him for doing that. But there it is, our wood sword just southeast of level 1. So we do have a sword finally. It would be interesting to see how long it takes Sassage to get back down there for that sword. Right. Malchior also did check this forgotten spot and is finding level 7. May do a little more exploration here, just because he does have the wood sword. I just don't like exploring level 7, especially when I see wizard robes.
Yeah, this might be a case of what is known as the
And nothing to show for it. So we will see runners pushing on a lot of these blocks. Another flag that we have on as we find another easy heart in a dungeon is most of the open staircases, which is where you can actually see the staircase from the moment you enter the room, are removed from the seed. So they will have to typically clear out rooms and push blocks to find the staircases. I don't know, but that probably means we won't see a single Aqua Menace in the seed.
Yeah, actually. How about that?
Yep. That's gonna be a down Malchior at a level 7.
The Sassage now heading around in the forest. Should come across a red sword or red candle soon, if these screens want to treat him nicely.
Yeah, but you're asking Z1R to do anything nicely, and that just doesn't compute.
No. It has a knack for giving like the absolute worst enemy sets and the absolute worst screens. So
Yeah. Like that.
the Malchior are going to find another heart container here. He is in level 5 as well.
So at 6 hearts, Malchior is guaranteed to be able to pick up the white sword item once we find it and if we find it. I believe this was just a transport stand.
Yeah, this transported. We did see Sassage exit and enter this room a couple times to kill everything with his candle.
Yep. Now, Malchior does have a sword, so might be able to kill the Dark Nuts in this room. However, your best bet is going to be a bomb wall, and with how far away this is from everything else, I'd honestly just get hit by a blue bubble and leave.
Sassage finding his red candle, and that will also give him the information that the sword can be candle blocked now.
Yep. The expensive meat is pretty cheap, so that may be helpful. East Death Mountain is a little bit of a gamble to do early. Hello.
Oh, that is a... Oh, at 4 hearts, that is a really good find there for Sassage. The any key as our old man item today.
The any key has often been considered one of the best items to start out with because it allows you to just ignore the key doors and you can focus solely on, okay, do I have to combat through a room or do I have to find some bomb walls, because key doors are effectively open doors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Malchior has found the candle shop, but does not need to purchase a candle. Sassagelink is now going to do some of these other spots that Malchior had done, and we'll get the wood sword very near future here. Malchior is going to buy some bombs. We might see an early Death Mountain play.
Yeah, he did a little bit of Death Mountain. He did come across level 5 up there. Sassagelink getting his 5th heart container. So at this point, our runners may start to think about opting to take a potion in one of those shops unless they are really all in on coming across that magic sword and picking that up. A potion grab out of one of those take any caves would be pretty beneficial, especially if you get deeper into the dungeon and get red candled.
Yes, although you got to be careful, because if you intend to show the potion letter to be able to buy potions, you need to have not picked up a potion out of a take any to do that. Otherwise, you'll have to use the potion first.
Yeah, absolutely.
With fast text, it really doesn't take a whole lot of time per cave to show the potion letter, so sometimes not a bad idea to just do that early, but other times it's a little bit not ideal.
Apparently shoes are optional. I didn't get that memo.
I didn't either. So we see Sassagelink with a little bit of a lack of bombs, but counterbalanced by having the any key, and Malchior with the bombs but no keys.
So something really good news, at least, that we just saw on Sassage's side and on Malchior's side is the orange Grias, which are bomb droppers, are going down in one hit. So we at least have some easily farmable enemies on the overworld for bombs.
So if I'm in Malchior's position, I feel like you have to dig this a little bit because of where it is. You really don't want to come back here.
Yeah, if he would have the any key, I would feel even better, but he's going to be very careful because not knowing that the any key is the white sword item, he's not going to want to spend a lot of keys. Now, you did notice that in that first room there, the once locked door up above is now open. That is just some of the functionality of how Zelda 1 works in its vanilla state. It sort of basically corresponds to where you last were, and because that north door was originally a shutter room that opened, it says, oh, okay, well, that room's open. And we see level 2 on Sassage's side.
This is a level that you want to dig. It's usually very small. So far, it looks like it's good enemies. Level 6 has Wizrobes. Now this is one of those second quest push blocks rooms that can have a stair. It doesn't have to. But also these moblins are bomb droppers, so it doesn't cost you much but time to clear these out because they did roll up a lot.
We're seeing a like massacre on Sassagelink's side right now, burning his pancakes as well. Clearing out this room because level 2's item is a drop item, so we will see it appear somewhere on the floor. There will not be a staircase to get to the item in level 2.
Yep. Malchior is elected to up A and head back towards start. Sassagelink has found another like room. Now the trouble with like-likes is they're not necessarily the hardest enemies to kill, but they have a lot of health, and when they group up, they can do that.
Yeah, I would say both like-likes and Gyptos are very fond of grouping up in sort of like a staggered pattern, so you're not hitting them all with the same sword swing, but where they can get to you in that sword buffer time. So, yeah, they are definitely annoying to hit.
So Malchior has found a potential ladder block, but is going to have to up A out of this one.
So some good news here for Sassage is he did get hit by a red bubble, but it does seem like most enemies in this dungeon are susceptible to that candle, so he will have a way to damage them and continue on through, except not that one.
Not without some bombs.
So that's the Aquamenus that awaits with the Triforce, even though we've already seen that Triforce.
Well, maybe that Aquamenus awaits with the item. Malchior's getting a good number of keys out of this level 4, which is going to mitigate the lack of the magic key a little bit, but hello.
Okay, so that's really good that Red Wizrogues actually rolled down to their minimum HP possible, which is 2, and the candle was also very nice there.
Yes.
Or, not the candle, the clock.
Yep. Anytime you can get a clock, with one exception, it's a good time.
Yeah, the Wallmasters aren't so forgiving with their clock drops.
And they do not spawn when you have the clock. So, if you get a clock in a room, kill all the enemies and wonder why the clock doesn't push. If you know there's Wallmasters in the dungeon, you'll want to step out of the room and come back in to check for that. Sassagelink is just... Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're Sassagelink, because you have the any key already, so the keys is not helping you. Malchior is still in level 6, doing a little bit of searching for the item here. Right back into the ladder block, though, and is not going to be able to get out of this one.
Alright, so Sassage found a few more rooms to be able to explore here in level 2. Now something he did, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but if it was on purpose, I would have done the same thing, is he went for that Stalfos immediately. In first quest, you're not concerned about Stalfos at all.
Yeah.
However, in second quest, they can suddenly shoot sword beams like Lionel's can, which can do 2 damage, and they'll start picking you off very, very quickly if you're not careful.
Yes. And Malchior also just purchased a bomb upgrade for a +6.
+6 for 86 rupees. That is a great, great price there.
Yeah, that is a price that you'll take any day of the week. Sassagelink did get some bombs, so maybe going back to our Aquamenus that awaits with the Triforce, or whatever it has. I don't think you're clearing that blue wizard room.
I wouldn't. I would let that go for a little bit.
Yeah, if that's the only way into the Triforce room, then so be it, but you really don't want it to be, and you can get in by just spending a key.
In another ugly room.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to see if this Aquamenus holds the item, and it does, and that is a great item. There is the bow for Sassagelink here in level 2.
And at the same time, oh, it's a transport stair for Malchior, it's not the item. So we'll see if Malchior elects to stay in the 6 a little bit longer, as Sassage is done in level 2, has the heart, has the Triforce, has the bow. We might see Sassage look to buy some wood arrows now. But with the Pulse voice on the overworld, the arrows are mainly going to be just for convenience and gomas.
Yeah. With his money, if I come across an arrow shop, I don't hesitate to purchase them just because I don't want to have to go out and chase down arrows for a Goma block later on.
Yeah. And you have no idea where the silvers are. They can absolutely be Goma blocked. So you might need them anyway.
And this may be our 4th take ending that we have seen.
Should be 3rd. Because Sassage did get the heart out of 2. But, unless you're meaning across both runners.
Oh, across both runners,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Malchior's still going to stay in this level 6 looking for this item.
Malchior may consider himself what he deems to be caught committed. Once he explores a certain number of rooms, may just want to sort of hold out to try to find whatever item he can, especially in these bigger ones that already have taken a while to explore.
Yep.
And we see the power bracelet there on the coast, so ladder may be extra important.
Yes. Death deep in 6 for Malchior. Not what you want to see. Sassage is going to head up to the northeast. Generally, the northeast is one of the most dense areas to go to if you're looking for caves, because a lot of them are easy to access. You've got only one power bracelet block. It's quick to get here because it's not as restrictive to get up to this area as Death Mountain is. And all you need is one pack of bombs and you can clear it out.
Right, absolutely.
Death Mountain, on the other hand, requires 11 bombs total.
And if you're like me and can't force a bomb drop to save your life because you're a typical Zelda counter, that can be quite problematic.
I've heard that counting above 3 sometimes is difficult.
Yes.
I have experienced this also. Usually I count to 1, 2 keys.
And I mean, they have gorillas on the overworld, which are like the epitome of snipers, so...
Yeah. Does the far northeast have our large secret? No.
Still elusive.
There will be only one large secret, which is why the money is a little bit tighter than normal. Malchior does get a bomb pack out of these moblins. And is going to pick up the Triforce out of level 6.
Yeah, opting at this point, he's invested a lot of time with Wizrobes, and, you know, yes, he has 7 hearts, but Wizrobes can definitely take that down quickly, so he's just going to operate under the hopes that nothing huge is in there, and maybe he'll find the recorder somewhere else in case he has to return. And there are those arrows for Sassage, is not opting to buy them right now.
Okay. Well, he's thinking about it. Looks like he is going to go back and buy them after all.
We promise the runners cannot hear us.
Yeah, no. You could tell by the way Sassage was reacting that he was going back and forth on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing is, like, sometimes buying the arrows feels like a large investment. When you have the bow, to me, it's a lot easier to justify the investment because you can actively just go use them.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with second quest enemies on and the red bubbles is I also like having the regular arrows as we find level 9 over in the forest. I like having regular arrows just as a backup form of combat as well.
And honestly, the prices on everything else in the seed have been pretty reasonable so far. So from a monetary standpoint, it's probably not going to cost that much to use these arrows. Outside of it's going to cost 1 rupee per arrow. Because I think the way I've always rationalized that in my head is the arrow doesn't actually come with anything on the tip of it, and you have to insert a rupee so that the arrow has a pointy tip.
I like that theory. I will now stab people with rupees.
Level 2. A nice gold shade for Malchior at the vanilla 2Q7 spot.
Yeah, so this is where Sassage found that bow, so we'll see if Malchior is able to dig. Now, Malchior may or may not opt to do some navigation based off his keys because of the fact that Sassage had the any key at this point.
Yep.
And there Sassage does opt to take that potion. We did see Malchior also buy one. The potion prices were actually really good, 32 and 57 for our 2 potion prices.
Yep. Seeing Sassage take the potion out of there is not a surprise, given that he skipped the letter. It's good to have a potion just for the red bubbles that can be in level 9, but you don't necessarily need to have multiple potions unless you want to. There's nothing stopping you from getting more potions. Just a matter of how much do you want the potions versus how much do you want the money.
Right. I would say another big thing about that is now Sassage and also Malchior have to be very aware of what item they are on, because it is a thing to accidentally potion.
Absolutely.
As Malchior did grab the bow here out of level 2.
A much faster level 2 than Sassagelink had. That's going to help offset that level 6 difference a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's kind of hard to put one runner in the lead of the other at this point. Because on the one hand, Malchior does have the extra Triforce at a level 6, which isn't exactly a small dungeon. But on the other hand, Sassagelink already has arrows and the magic key. So that's one of the reasons why it's kind of hard to predict a lead in Z1Rs at times, is there's so many factors that go into it. It's kind of hard to say, yep, this is absolutely a lead, until somebody's walking into Zelda's room. Then it's pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sassagelink may actually be going to 6 himself here.
Yeah, it does appear that.
Maybe not. I know what he was doing.
Resetting the room, so yeah. If a Lionel especially spawns in that lower corridor, good luck getting by it.
Yep. And that's something you'll sometimes see is, both on the overworld and in dungeons, respawning the room to either get better enemies to kill or to change where their spawns are going to come in at. Now, Sassagelink does have the any key here, so he might go through a couple of these key doors that Malchior elected not to go through, and may end up finding the item from that.
Yeah, we never saw the map on Malchior's side, I don't think.
We didn't.
So seeing what this level 6 will even look like is going to be quite intriguing. We have been 30 minutes into the season, we haven't seen a single shape yet, so we're long overdue as Malchior gets his any key.
Any key is generally a good find. Even at 5 keys, you still want it because you just don't want to have to worry about it. And level 1 will eat your keys for breakfast.
Yeah, level 1, level 5 is also very famous for key-heavy navigation. It tends to give a lot in the vanilla game, but it can eat a lot as well.
And 5 generally 5, either you get your keys early and you kind of just go key neutral, or you get like 3 key blocks right out the gate and you just can't do anything. There's not really a middle ground. Looks like Sassage is going to like to go through the whiz ropes here. A little bit late on that bomb, but not terrible. Now, Malchior did get a bomb upgrade out of the 6, so we'll see if Sassagelink finds that and elects to purchase it.
Yeah, it does have the money for it, so I believe should be really easy for him to come across it. Does take a death here to those whiz robes. I think same one that Malchior took a death in. So
yes. Now let's see. Sassagelink may like to go south here. Not yet. But yeah, like this, Sassagelink could choose to go down if he wanted to, just because, you know, you have the keys to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna go grab that bong pack as well.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and use those wood arrows that he purchased. I don't know if Malchior ever went to this side of 6.
I believe he did once, but
oh, hello.
Like limited his navigation. But something you'll see Sassage doing with the any key here is before he leaves a room, he will tend to open up some of these key doors. What that's going to do is on his mini map that will open up sort of like a little knob there saying, hey, you have this direction that you can possibly go from this room.
And that's really good if you're just wanting to take a quick glance at your map and say, okay, what do I still need to do? Oh, I can go this way, I can go that way. Sassagelink, with no hesitation, goes ahead and buys the bomb upgrade and is nicely rewarded for doing so.
Yeah, with all the Wizards that we've been seeing in the seed so far, +6 bombs is a very welcome sight.
And really, with 14 bombs, generally, you're not even going to think about the other bomb upgrade. If you run into an old man that wants, like, your life or your bombs, you can give up a max bomb and it really doesn't hurt you all that much.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's our shade.
Wow. Yeah, that's a typical level 6.
Yeah. I can see why Malchior did not get the item out of this. And I don't see Sassagelink clearing this room. Even with 11 bombs, it's just, you don't do it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that room probably won't be necessary. We know that you can get to the Triforce room from here, because Malchior showed us. But there's like a room north of here that I don't think Malchior checked, so quite a bit of opportunity still.
Yeah.
Malchior looks like he is going to be going back up to Death Mountain, so we'll see what is up here for levels, because we still have quite a bit outstanding. Level 1, level 3.
Level 4. Until now.
Yes, level 8.
Level 8, yeah. Oh, well, this is a nice room. It's always nice when the keys don't roll to 2 HP.
Yes. And Sassage saying, oh, I could have been here like long ago. But is taking the Triforce. We'll see if he comes back in to go after the item as Malchior finds the entrapment room.
I don't think Sassagelink will come back to go deep. He may come back in for those couple of little rooms, but also he was on 1 heart when he got the Triforce. So, yeah. And honestly, it's kind of hard to disagree with leaving a 6 when you don't know where the item is. You know you still have levels 3, 4, and 1 on the table. There's better places to spend your time than in a level 6.
Absolutely. I mean, level 6 and level 7, for me personally, are the 2 that I am least likely going to spend the time to clear out.
Yep.
I would much rather be in a level 8 where you're at least getting 2 items.
Yeah. Level 8 you gotta be careful about, though, because it generally is a lot more combat heavy than the others because of the amount of shutter doors that it comes with.
That's very true, too.
So, if you, like, Malchior I don't think would necessarily shy away from a level 8 at this point, because he's got 9 hearts. Yeah, he's still on Wood Sword, but he's got 14 bombs max. He's got some good ways to deal with enemies.
Sassage, also up in the Death Mountain area, looks like he is going to go back to level 5 first, though.
Okay. Given the number of keys being infinite, Sassage really didn't see a whole lot of this 5, and there's still some good stuff to be done in here.
Yeah, he did take the staircase here, but really did not have anything for combat. No way to get past keys. We find a very early Triforce here. There's the Aquaman that guards the Triforce.
And the item,
And the
potentially.
item. No.
Segmented. And say hello to Digdogger. That may be blocking the rest of the... Oh. Huh. Alright, game.
Well, we're either... well, this might be the item. It is the item here, so that's at least good news.
What is it, though?
That's not good news.
At least you don't have to worry about coming back here to deal with the Digdogger block. So that's nice.
Did we see the Triforce on Malchior's side? Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
right there.
Okay, so it was a drop. I missed that.
Yep. The game will never require you to do anything like a block clip or a ladder clip to beat a seed. So logically speaking, the game is expecting that you're going to have the recorder to be able to go deep into that level 4. However, why do that when you can go to level 3?
Absolutely.
This is not a fun room in level 5.
No, this is where I would be taking the easy way out and just block clipping into one of those blocks and just letting the blue dark nuts come to me.
Although I really like the use of combat bombs here.
Yes, at 14 bombs, definitely making very good use of them so far. Also, the fact that the blue dark nuts did not roll up is also very beneficial. Taking 2 bombs compared to taking 3 bombs is a huge difference.
Yeah, and that's one thing to you kind of start to get a sense of is, okay, when is it worthwhile to use bombs versus when should I go for 2 bomb hits and then a single stab or 2? Like in this case, I think Sassage is probably gonna either line up one more bomb or just stab this dark nut to death.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for the stabbing route here.
Yeah.
With the heart that he has, that's not horrible. You can elect to take a hit. Sort of trying to guide the Dark Knight into areas where his sword can take it out. And Malchior possibly coming across the item here.
Is the ladder.
That is an excellent find.
Yes. You get the map of 5. It is segmented, as we kind of expected. And I like this from Sassage. Gonna say, okay, let me go do these 3 rooms before the Dark Nuts respawn. Because the way it works is you need to go to 6 unique rooms before enemies will respawn in a room. And furthermore, going into a staircase counts as a unique room. So if you're using the 6-room rule, but you took a staircase somewhere in the middle, that will accelerate it by, I think, 1 room per staircase?
Yes. And the reason for that is, at least in memory, staircases are actually their own specific value in the code. So it basically acts as another room.
Yep. We'll see a map for Malchior, and it is segmented as kind of expected. One of the things that you'll sometimes see from runners is they can kind of get a feel for when a dungeon's going to be segmented versus not, just based off of some experience and saying things like, okay, I started way at the bottom, the Triforce is way at the top and it's level 1, it's probably segmented.
Yeah, well, he knew it was segmented because the map actually dropped in a staircase room after already getting the item too, so
yeah,
that helps.
Yeah, it's more so when you don't have the map and you're trying to get a sense of how large the dungeon's going to be. If it's level 5 or above, none of that applies because those can be nice and weird, or in 6 and 8's case, just giant blocks of death.
Also, this level 3 looks very, very similar to a Playboy Bunny.
Yes.
So, the Triforce did just drop there. I believe Malchior just may be checking these last few spots just for the heart. At 9 hearts right now, maybe looking for the possibility of getting up to 13.
Sassagelink is going to continue digging level 5 here. There's the heart container for Malchior. He's up to 10. And Triforce count now sits at 4-3. But a lot of Malchior's Triforces are from the shorter dungeons that Sassage can clear out pretty quickly, whereas Sassage does have the faster level 6 still going. And another level on Death Mountain, it's level 8.
So this was where the high concentration was.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of necessity possibly out of that power bracelet over there on the coast and the recorder, but we will see yet.
Now, it's interesting that Malchior has elected to skip level 8 for now. We'll see if he decides to go ahead and do it, or is going to gamble that recorder is not in 8.
So I think his mentality there was is that sometimes 8 can be bomb heavy as well, as we also find level 1 up here. But 8 can be sometimes bomb heavy, but so he may have wanted to clear the remainder of Death Mountain before going in to make sure he had the bombs to do so.
Sassagelink is going to leave level 5, presumably blocked by probably ladder, and is going to head over to level 7. Now, level 7 could very well have something like silvers or like a red ring in it. That would be very nice to have.
Also, now that we are where we are, we have seen every dungeon. We are not requiring Power Bracelet at all in this seed. Recorder only if something is Dig Dog or blocked, so pretty friendly seed in terms of exploration for our runners.
And not only that, but I think Malchior has that knowledge of having seen every dungeon. So,
Yes.
I think at this point I can safely give the lead designator over to Malchior, especially with the silvers.
Yes.
Yeah. And because he's got knowledge of where every dungeon is, he can kind of just plow through the rest of these levels without having to worry about items.
He has everything he needs. He has the silvers, he has bow, and he has the ladder. Recorder would be the only thing stopping him at this point.
But we are going to see Malchior continue to dig level 1, and that's a lot of the opportunity cost is very low, while the amount of good items left is high. So you dig level 1, you find what your items in here are, and you use that to say, okay, I got my items at a level 1, I'm not going to worry about anything else, but if there's like a red ring or a white sword in here, you want that. Or another bomb upgrade.
But 20 bombs. He's opting to avoid it for now.
He may come back for it, because it is 86 silver arrows, though.
Yes, it is.
He's going to take it, though. 20 bombs.
So maybe what his idea was is to go over, see if the map was there, and if it was, maybe try to bomb around if needed, and then pick it up just for a full bomb refill as well.
Yep. And sometimes if you see a bomb upgrade really early in the dungeon, the runners will elect not to pick it up at all and just wait until they run low on bombs somewhere else, come back, and get it then for that refill. That's a big one.
It's a very blocky one, too.
That is 16 rooms, which is one away from the vanilla amount, but it looks a lot bigger in this view. Malchior's got to be careful. He will need 2 silver arrows to take out this Goma, but has 2.
1 for 1.
I like the patience here to say I'm going to make sure I line this up. Oh!
2 for 2, but nothing to gain from it.
Yeah.
Also, this level 7, at least on Sassage's minimap, has been quite impressive.
Well, there's leave your heart or money. Sassage is going to elect to leave the heart. But also out of bombs, which is not ideal in a level 7.
No.
Malchior gets the heart at a level 1, but I believe that's the first heart we've seen. Ergo, that is not the coast heart. Nice clock to be able to blue whiz around. That looked to be about vanilla. But now we're going to see Malchior clear this room out and getting another clock. Double heart level 1.
Okay, so we do have our second item here in level 1. That is what is normally the coast heart. As we find this path to the Triforce in level 7 is quite the journey.
That, and I feel like, yeah, this is what I want to see out of Malchior. Either reset the room and get a better spawn, or start using Bond for combat. That's for Sassagelink. Gonna like to leave 7 now. This is one of those things that sometimes can get into your head as a runner, where it seems like just everywhere you go, there's just nothing you can get out of it.
Now here, trying to balance here between staying out of the way of the red bubbles while also trying to kill the Wizrobes. Does get the Triforce here out of level 1. That puts him up to 5. And it looks like Sassage is going to purchase some bombs.
Yep. My guess is Malchior will now go to 8 and finish that off, given it's right here. Although, I think if I'm Malchior, I'm just going to gamble that Recorder's not required.
Yeah, we'll check this last spot here first.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else he may be looking for.
Wait, he saw level 5.
Oh, he did
That's
see
what
a
it
magic
was.
sword. That's what he's looking for.
Yep.
So we may watch him try to hunt the heart out of level 8 here.
Yeah.
Because that would put him at 13.
And that would make sense why he was looking at extra caves. With 12 bombs in hand, level 8 should be quite manageable.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's a friendly enemy set that you don't have to use. Well, never mind. Never mind.
Friendly enemy set, immediate 8 blue dark nuts.
Also, once again, another blue Goma here has 3 rupees, since he already wasted 1, so once again, it has to be careful.
Yep.
Sassage getting a fairy refill there.
That's 2. They're going to open the bomb wall, but elect to go north first. Gets a compass with a Triforce 1 room away. And now it's decision time.
Yeah, not having the recorder makes this decision a lot more difficult too, because
Yeah.
if you leave here, you're pretty much giving up on that.
Now, I know that he got the heart out of 1. I don't recall if he got the heart out of 3 or 4. I think he got the heart out of 3. It looks like he is electing to go ahead and say, alright, Magical Sword's nice. If I find a recorder on the way, great. If I don't, I'm just going.
Yeah. 4s we will probably not be accessible because it's behind that dig dogger.
Yep. That's right, that's right. And I don't see Malchior electing to dig 5 or 7. Although, if he gets the heart, he may elect to walk back to the Magical Sword.
He already got the heart here out of 5 because the heart here in 5 was very, very accessible early on.
That's right.
And Sassage comes across level 4 here. Quick Triforce here for Malchior, but is going to check to see if this is the item.
Yeah, because if it is, you don't want to miss it just because you didn't want to check a stair. Now, Sassage may be able to quickly catch up if he can get that silvers out of 1. That'll give Sassage a good amount of time to get some catch-up going, but it's a bit of an uphill battle here. Especially without the ladder out of 3. Because 7's right here, and 9's not too far from either of these spots.
Right, so Malchior making quick work after finding those silvers in 1. Just happenstance that, you know, it was a super quick seed once you found that information out.
That and having the 4 dungeons all right next to each other, you can just go boom, 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 done. But we still don't know how to get to this Triforce in level 7.
Now, something I don't think we paid much attention to on Sassage's side, but it's how much the ladder impacted the level navigation here. He hasn't been to level 3 yet, so he does not have the ladder, but I think level 3 was right after level 4, so.
Right, and honestly, I haven't seen any ladder blocks so far. Like, nothing that's a hard ladder block that you can't get around through other means. I like how that hint became truthful, though.
Yes, yes, I very much appreciate that.
Here's the shoot room next to the Triforce. Still not quite sure how we're going to get in there. Blue Wizard is actually behaving pretty well. Gets the double kill for nothing. That's also a truthful hint that the 10th enemy has a rupee.
Yes.
So if you kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, you are guaranteed to get a blue rupee on the 10th kill. Unless you kill that enemy with a bomb, and then you are guaranteed to get a bomb drop.
Unless that enemy drops nothing, then that will just be stored.
Yes. And then you'll get the lovely reaction of, wait, how did I get a bomb off an orange Tektite? I killed it with a sword.
Yes.
Because usually storage happens only when you absolutely don't expect it because you thought you got hit. And getting hit by your own candle flame also resets your count, so you'll sometimes see runners just take a hit from their own candle when they want to set a count up.
The Sassage, grabbing Triforce out of 4, did see the blue boomerang there, and wanted nothing to do with it either.
Now, Sassage does have an opportunity to even this out real quick, because he's already got the Triforce out of 5. Just needs to get the Triforces out of 8 and 7 for the large dungeons. 1 and 3 weren't that bad.
No. 1 had a little bit in terms of combat for that Triforce, but overall the dungeon itself wasn't bad.
Malchior is on all 8 Triforces, ready to go to level 9. So while we're in level 9, what are we looking for here?
So there's a lot of different slogans that we use. Mine has always, my favorite has always been a roar and a door. So Ganon does like to make himself heard. So if you are in any of the adjacent rooms to Ganon, you will be able to hear his roar, knowing that he is nearby. You will also be looking for a door that has a shutter that when you clear the entire room, it does not open, even with a push block or anything else. There's nothing that will open that door. That door will not open until you grab the Triforce of Power from Ganon. Zelda is behind there. Once you grab that Triforce of Power, it will immediately open upon entering the room. So we'll see which one we find first, and that will tell us what to expect from that door. As Sassage is finding his ladder here, and early roar?
Maybe? Not quite. You know, I must say, if Ganon used more of the doors that require the Triforce of Power to open, he could make this a whole lot harder for Link.
Oh, absolutely.
And Malchior picked up, I think, a bomb pack. Generally, if you hear that kind of bright sound, as I call it, that's a bomb pack, a map, a compass, any of those. Whereas if it's kind of the clunky sound, that's usually a key drop in the room. Passage is about to be done with level 3 here, just has to get through land molas, but does have the red candle, which is quite effective at dealing with them.
Yeah, I like them especially more for the red Lamolas. The blue move a little too fast for me to want to do it too much, but...
Also, one of the main use cases for the book fire from the wand, because the wand will hit the landmo and then they'll just sit in the fire for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Sassage getting his Triforce out of level 3, so slowly catching up, but time is dwindling down here. But, of course, with a Wiz Robe infested level 9, anything can happen.
Yep. And all it takes is one different staircase in level 9, and suddenly this race is flipped on its head. Sassage will find 8 and 1. I expect Sassage might actually dig 8 first, given that that's the first one he's going to see. But we'll see if he elects to just finish out this area before digging 8.
So I tried to catch as many of these as I could. Obviously, you know, we had a lot of these races. This may be close to one of the fewest item seeds we've had so far. You know, Malchior opting to search for that heart in level 1 could have possibly just been through this seed with 5 items.
Yeah. This is, well, we'll see what Sassagelink pulls out of 8, because a red ring and a wand out of 8 could make a difference with a Wiz Robe infested 9.
Or even a white sword, considering that Malchior was not able to get up to his 13 hearts for the magic sword.
Although, I think you're safe to, like, maybe you check 1 or 2 rooms around the Triforce, but if you just take the Triforce here, knowing that you got so many levels around you to get back, I think you can reasonably make that play, especially because that door doesn't open. We don't know if this is Ganon. That is Zelda.
Yep, so we have found Zelda on Malchior's side. As you said, there's no push there, so that means that that room will automatically open when we defeat Ganon, but now it is finding that roar.
Sassagelink is gonna... He's thinking about going back into 8. Looks like he's gonna opt not to for now. This is ultimately gonna be a good decision because he's gonna find one right here, and when he takes one, he gets the silvers. He's gonna be very happy.
And silvers were a very early find for Malchior here in level 1, so...
Yeah.
Sassage, though, I do not believe has knowledge of 9 yet. I don't remember seeing it on his side. He may have found it, though.
Yeah, he might have it, because I think he did the forest, but...
I was going to say, I can't imagine he wouldn't have searched the forest, so if he does have knowledge of level 9, then he does know that he has all of his levels as well, so recorder will not be required for him either.
We'll know post 9. Now, we say recorder won't be required, but if there is a Dig Dogger blocking the way to Ganon in 9, that changes everything. I would say blocking the way to Zelda, but we found Zelda, so we got to take the next best thing.
I mean, if I was Ganon, I would set up a gauntlet to me, you know, have to clear out 5 bosses with no other way to get to me.
If we could mix boss pools like this, I would set it up where, okay, first you got to deal with the main handler. Then you got to get through a blue Goma. Then you got to deal with a 4-headed Gleeok. Then you got to deal with a Dig Dogger. Then you get a Patra.
Then you get blue Lamos from the left side only.
And then you get this room.
Yeah.
This without the stair.
I think we'll have to have a top to Fred then.
Yes. Oh, Death deep in level 9.
Now, while that always is gut-wrenching to get one to take a death that late, sometimes it's for the best. Sometimes you end up taking a different path, and it leads you where you want to go much, much quicker.
Yes. Sometimes it's known as the Bob Ross moment. Although I'm not sure I would clear this room when I have that door I can go through.
Yeah.
This one I might would.
I would open this door anyway for that room. That way I have something to duck in and out of as well.
Yep. Ooh, this is not the room you want to see in level 9.
I do not recall, I do not believe that Malchior actually refilled his potion either.
If he didn't, that's going to be a problem. Well, there's the book. You can get a map of the 9.
Okay, so book here for Malchior as well, and we're missing, I think, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have a 54 room level 9 here.
That's pretty good sized. Interestingly, the larger 9s are easier to navigate sometimes than the smaller ones because of the sheer number of stairs you got to put in. Level 9 will have 6 sets of transports and then 2 items, for a total of 14 stairs. Okay, we're in a new part of the level. Well, that's the Aquamenus roar. That does not gain. That is not necessarily Ganon's roar. So the boss roars will mask Ganon's roar. Generally, the Patra roar is the easiest to hear it through, but the Aquamenus and Gleeok, it's the same roar, so hearing it through that is basically not happening. Another Aquamenus.
And of course, bosses all around.
There's a key in the corner. Gonna check for a Ganon roar in here. Nope. Downside, I don't think he's gotten the silvers out of 1 yet. Still needs to go get that. Where is Ganon?
I believe this was the Silver's room here.
Yes.
The very last room that Sassage finds.
Yep. As is tradition.
Yes.
The last room is the room. I don't think Malchior was very happy to see that old man. Because that blocks that entire upper area.
Yeah, and with Zelda in the location that Zelda's in, yeah, it's going to be interesting how to get up into that upper left. And that is the Silvers for Sassage.
And if you take a look at this, Sassage only needs to go back to 7 to get that Triforce. He's a 9. This is still within the realm of one different staircase will make the difference. So this is definitely not over yet. Because Malchior's kind of been looping around this area of 9 for a little while. There's the map. I don't know if Malchior's gonna want... Oh, that's a room that exists. And Malchior did not get a potion refill. So if Malchior gets red bubbled right before Ganon, this is gonna get a little sketchy.
Cannot bomb out, so going to try to take out the Wizrobes, but unfortunately gets hit there. So that will be a trip back to start.
Sassage did elect to use a potion deep in this one, which honestly is a pretty good idea given this room.
Yeah, and he still has one available. You know, you have 2, you don't get to carry them over to your next seed, so might as well use them where you can.
And look at that, Sassage is through level 1. Just has to take out this Moblin. And there we go. Sassage only has to go back to 7, get that Triforce, and he's right in 9. He's really been, as soon as he found this corner levels, he's just been turning on the afterburners and going.
Apparently our tracker's doing funny things, so let's get the wand and recorder off of Malchior here.
Yeah. Sometimes the trackers do that. The program. Not the people behind them.
Yes.
This is a lot of 9 that Malchior has seen. Ganon might be in one of those 2 nubbins on the far right.
I mean, he does like to block himself off into random areas like that.
And it is a good way to stay safe, because if you can only be heard from one room adjacent, make one room adjacent to you. Sassage back into 7, knows where the Triforce is, but doesn't know the path to get there.
Now, he has tried bombing from beneath, and he does know to the left is that shoot room. So he may be able to surmise, you know, I gotta go from the top there, but it's just a matter of getting to that spot too.
This is an ugly room. Gotta wait for the red bubbles. There you go. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just slow down a little bit. Huge clock. And Sassage is about to find the path to the Triforce here. Which does mean that Sassage will be in level 9 alongside Malchior.
Oh man, he can't bomb left here either.
It's a magic stair, but is this the magic stair? No, this is the white sword.
That's not a bad find here for Malchior.
Honestly, it's probably the best option.
Yeah.
Even over Red Ring, because white sword just kills things faster. And you take less damage if they die faster.
Yeah, you get Ganon into Sunlock, he's not going to care if you have a red ring because he's not going to be able to touch you, so.
Yeah. Alright, looks like we got Sassagelink walking over in the direction of level 9. Yeah, if Ganon's up in that corner and Sassage finds the stair, he can easily turn this around. This is not over, but Sassage, the best thing for him to do is just jump in every stair he sees.
Yeah, this is, like, you have that whole right side, the 9 and the 2 nubs there that you've been talking about, and
Malchior is leaving 9.
I wonder, See, he doesn't have enough money for a potion. So, is he just going for the health refill?
I would bet he's just going to go for the fairy fountain.
Now, one problem with leaving 9 in this instance is any rooms that were locked in by, say, bubbles or traps, they will be fully respawned with enemies now. So he may have some additional rooms that he has to clear again.
Yep.
So Sassage is on his way here.
Taking the lovely welcome to level 9 Wizard Beam.
Now that room that Sassage just left, that is one that Malchior did not clear. That does give him the ability to enter that column over in level 9 or under the 9. So
right,
might be interested if that's the way to go.
But you can also go this way. Okay, does not, based on turning around, Ganon is not in that room, in that corner, because if he was, Sassage would have gone right in.
Absolutely.
There's the book, so Sassage is going to get this map a lot sooner. And does have a potion in his inventory.
Yeah, and in this instance, you always take this book. You don't have the wand to even make you double check. So this is just a map for you. It's a map pickup.
Yep. Sassage is doing a quick room check, seeing how many rooms he's got.
And it looks like Malchior is trying to clear out this room now. The clock definitely helps there.
Ooh. Sassage is going to go double check this room, make sure he did not hear Ganon.
Oh, Malchior going back into this blue Wizrobe room.
Wait, now he's going across. Ganon is in this room!
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
cow! Sassage finds Ganon first, just has to find Zelda. Malchior's got to get down to this bottom corner. Oh, this is about to be really interesting.
Yeah, Malchior never took that right path.
And Sassage had a bit of a stun lock, dropped it a little bit, but can get it back. Oh, this just got real exciting, folks. So Malchior knows where Zelda is, but is going the wrong way for Ganon. Sassagelink knows where Ganon is, doesn't know where Zelda is, has to be a little careful here. Really wants to get the stun lock, okay? A little slow.
He does still have his blue potion, so I expect him to use it if he needs it.
He potioned right at the start of this fight.
Okay, never mind. So it does have to be careful. A hug from Ganon will take him out. So
got a good pattern now, though. He's got a pretty consistent. Should be 1 or 2 more hits now.
Yeah, learning this Ganon pattern, and there it is. So he does have the pig down. Now has to find the route to Zelda, looking for that shutter door to pop open right away.
And this is the thing, Sassagelink just catapults into the lead by finding Ganon in the corner.
Yeah, I think Malchior is he's intent on the fact that Ganon is probably up in that upper left. He's trying to find his way in there.
Yeah.
Now, Sassage did take a bot from a red bubble there, does not have a sword to combat against Wizrobes, so we'll have to rely on bombs for those, or to enter an exit to try to respawn enemies.
Right, but Sassage doesn't have to worry about Ganon blocks. Okay, Malchior is now in the right area, but going the wrong way. So Sassage, the window is small, but Sassage does have a window where he can snipe this away from Malchior. And Sassage is heading up in that direction where Zelda is. Yeah, you're jumping in this stair if you can get the clip.
Yeah, the clip's much more difficult not having the sword there, so.
Yep. So let's see if Malchior elects for the bottom corner or is going to commit to that upper left. Best thing for Sassage right now is a compass. Oh, man.
Now, Malchior heading over in the right direction.
Yep.
Gonna head right and then down, I believe, at this point. Sassage looking for a way. Can still go north.
Ooh,
is still heading in the direction.
Man, this is gonna be close. Sassage gets the bomb all to the north. Sassage sees the red bubbles, is gonna dip into this room. Probably gonna try to bomb north out of here. Sees that he cannot. Malchior's gonna take this stair. Okay, Sassage can't bomb out of this room. He doesn't realize it, but that's really good for him.
Yeah, it will guide him back into the direction. Malchior found his way up into the upper left, but he will realize here, yes.
He's gonna hear nothing. And finds the disco floor room with a Goma. That's your reward for the upper left corner.
Oh, man.
And Sassage is closing in. This.
Now, Zelda is in the room to the north, but
There's no door here. Sassage down to half a heart. Gotta be careful. Can he bomb north? No. Can he bomb to the right? Yes. Ooh, good dodge by Sassagelink. Avoids taking that BMOS hit. There's a door to the north here with blue bubbles.
what would you like to see there?
Yep, okay.
Door to the left will do it for him.
He sees the red bubbles here, he is going to go to the left and is gonna see the door to Zelda. Has to survive this room, which is just red bubbles.
Red bubbles. Sassage is going to take this from Malchior.
Just gotta be careful, do not get sniped!
Oh my goodness. No, it does have to go back.
Yeah, that actually might be what ends up well, Sassage has a path back, Malchior's still gotta walk.
Sassage has the path, Malchior has to hit Ganon. So, oh my goodness.
And this is gonna be so close. Sassage needs to get in there with more than half a heart.
Malchior also needs to be careful.
No potion in hand. If he dies here, that's one hit. Honestly, both runners really need to watch their health. Malchior getting a stun lock. Lost it. Gotta be careful. Sassage takes the death. Malchior takes the death!
Malchior, oh my goodness.
Both of them are taking deaths here.
Sassage is going to go and take a fairy refill here.
Sassage is getting a fairy refill. Malchior is also probably gonna go get a refill. No?
Keep going, Mal. See, it's not over. See, it's not over.
Yeah. Sassage headed back to 9.
No, it's still going.
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, sorry. Mal thought the seed was finished, so. All right.
There we go. So. All right, so I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No, we'll explain it to the runners afterwards.
Yeah, this is oh. Huh. So, I don't know what we do here.
I think Sassage is going to give him a small handicap here.
Yeah.
Sportsmanship.
Yep. Here we go.
All right. If we can signal Sassage. Sassage, you can go ahead and start again. Oh.
Oh, well, that's one way to start.
Yes.
And
not playing cooperative here.
there we go. Job set. And oh, that was
Oh.
okay. There we go.
All right.
Both are up and going now. Here we go.
I was gonna say don't take the bot there, Malchior.
Yeah, that would not be good for you to do. Okay.
Okay, so Fairy Fountain refill as Malchior is in against Ganon again.
Yep. Down in the corner. One.
Up.
Up. Up. Ganon not behaving.
No, very, very aggressive with those fireballs.
Okay. Oh, a little slow. No. No!
The Sassage is on his way back up.
And there you see another refill. Okay, gets through there. Get around? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, taking the small hit there is not a big deal.
Yeah. Liking to try to keep... Ooh, nice dodging.
Yes, absolutely.
Blue bubbles. Off we go.
Yeah, here we are.
Yep.
Able to just push that, and now you can take that red bubble hit because you know, the fire won't take out 9 hearts worth of health.
Yeah. This is not Oko. And there we
Okay,
go.
there is our
So that was exciting.
that was that had everything
Yes.
except, you know, red ring recorder, wand, raft.
Power bracelet picked up. Wooden boomerang.
All right, so we will work on getting our runners over here for our post-game interview as well.
Yeah.
Sassage informing Malchior that he did get the DDIAF.
Yep. I think this is going in the history books.
We'll pass the information.
Yep.
All right, we got our runners coming down.
Welcome to the booth.
Thank you.
That
So-
was exciting.
Yeah, first off, that was
That's
quite
never happened before.
that was a crazy, insane race. Obviously you found out DDIF is why he thought he had it, and then he like sat there for a second, and he's like, "Wait, I'm back at the beginning of level 9. I'm not getting the credit scroll."
That was right around the time I died, and I'm like, all right, whatever, just see here. And they're like, no, Mal, keep going, Mal. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, God.
Yeah.
In terms of items, we didn't see a lot of anything.
No.
Quick go mode from you, Malchior, and then
9.
It didn't
Yeah.
feel quick.
and then that 9 happened. Yeah, it took forever to find the items, but in terms of items found, it was a quick go mode. No recorder required. You didn't ever have to go back for power bracelet on the coast.
That was crazy.
No raft.
Yeah, no raft. It didn't have to dig any items out of 6, 7, or 8.
No red ring,
I'm not-
no wand.
I'm still not convinced ladder blocked anything besides the power bracelet.
I think level 5.
I'm thinking around 9.
Yeah.
I don't think that you're right. I think there was no hard require of a ladder block.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are always the interesting seeds. Malchior, you actually had your sword a little bit earlier as well. Was able to find the red candle, which probably
That was dumb. I forgot overworld sword blocks was on.
Until you found one.
I was angry.
But yeah, both of you pretty much once you found that silver arrow, you were both in the same mindset. I think you were trying just a little bit to find those last few hearts you needed for the magic sword.
Dude, I thought, play of the game, I'm going to find Mags right here on the corner, and then couldn't find the heart in 8. I'm like, I'm not taking that time. 5 room 8, let's go.
Yep. And then you found white sword in 9, so that helped.
Did it?
Almost.
I don't think it did.
It tried to help.
It helped in the room that I had already seen before.
It tried to help.
It tried to help.
Yeah, the big difference actually was once Sassage you got into 9, Malchior went into that same room where it was shutter at the top left and right. You took the key to the room below. You took the staircase. Sassage headed right.
Yep.
And
I
heard the
might
roar.
have, I can't remember if I got hit by a bubble in that room or not. I think I just took the stair because I was convinced it was going to be in the top corner by now.
Yep.
I was actually having a lot of audio issues. So the weird part is once I went back into that room right next to Ganon was when I finally got the audio working. I went, oh, here we go. Okay.
Okay.
Did you die at all? Did you get him?
I got him first try, but then I
Nice.
died on the way to the princess and on the princess several
Yeah.
times.
That was not an easy route.
No.
Yeah, it's. We thought the issue was going to be the red bubbles right before Ganon there. I know on one of your returns we thought you were going to get hit and not have the potion, so you would have had to go fairy. But
I'm a stop doing CJ strats because I usually have a potion at all times, and I did one time. It helped in that too with all them dart nuts. Good gravy.
Yeah.
But then it was like, all right, I've been stifled so much. I found all these early hearts just going into 5. Oh, here's a heart. 6 or something. Oh, here's a heart. And I was like, it's 6 hearts. And before I found Taken, he's just like, all right, I'll try the CJ thing. And gosh, I wish I had a potion.
well, the good news for both of you is you get to do this again.
Tomorrow, not today.
Yeah, so for those that didn't get to see in the Discord, the format's going to be we have 3 groups of 3 here. The top runner from each group will move on, and then we're going to have a race between all the second place people to figure out who's going to be that last spot in the bracket. So both of these runners very still much alive to head on to the bracket stages. And hopefully we'll get to see more Z1 here on Speedgaming. First of all, also, did you have any other questions, comments for the runners?
No, I mean, just it was a jet seed that didn't feel like a jet seed.
It was a jet seed with really painful combat.
Well, you might have gotten the jet engine.
I fell into the jet engine.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sausage, any final thoughts?
No, I got to get my emulator working properly, though, because, wow, I couldn't up A.
That was
Sound was all messed up.
that was how we. That was. I can tell you how that happened. It was how we generated the seed. So we'll look into that next time on generation.
We'll just make sure. And just for note, if you ever do up A on your second controller, it doesn't work. The player one bindings are either going to be up in A or up in select. So try both, and hopefully one will work.
That's why I eventually figured it out, and that's why I called that freeze. I'm like, I can't up an A. At first, I'm like, all right, I'll work with it. It's fine, whatever. I'll deal with it. And I was like, if I get soft locked in a room, I can't deal with it. It was like just soft lock into a room with a boss I can't kill or something. I was like, I just have to run into it over and over.
Yeah, we did notice there were a couple times where you definitely were wanting to up an A there. Did a really good job of working around it. And
dying.
yeah, like really good job. But yeah, still very, very entertaining race. Malchior, any final thoughts for you? I mean, any final thoughts that you can say on stream?
I need a nap.
Yeah, naps are good too.
Yeah.
But all right, well, I think that's going to do it for us here as far as our first streamed race goes. But definitely stay here on the Speedgaming channel network. Speedgaming 2 and 3 both have races going on right now. I believe it's Super Metroid and Link to the Past. So maybe something else. I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule much recently, but definitely check out the other channels and definitely stick around here. We have a lot more coming on for Speedgaming Live 2024. Thank you all for hanging out.